Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Man, we got some heavy shit going on the last couple of days. Like right in the middle of transmuting and processing. Really heavy, like heartbreak kind of energy. Feels like a death. It feels like mourning process almost. And what's been coming up this morning, and the word that I've gotten to is the feeling of burden, being a burden, feeling the burden, but feeling like a burden. It's this subconscious belief, I think, that's coming up in the collective, and it says, I am a burden. So me, the real me, the true me, the authentic me that's trying to come out, that's trying to be revealed, is a burden to other people because it triggers them, because it forces them to up level 111 on my recording. So like your light and the way that it activates people and it makes them face themselves is like a burden. It's a blessing and a curse, and it's like we're feeling the curse part of that, the burden part of that. It's a burden. It's sunshine in the darkest days, but it's almost like the things that you're manifesting, the things that you're asking for, feel like a burden or something like that. Your truth, the truth of who you are. I'm hearing like the burden of truth. The burden of truth. You can't hold back who you are, but you've been trying to. That's it. You've been trying to hold back who you are, hiding who you are. And it's so hard. It's too hard. It's a burden. But the reason that you hold back who you are is because it feels like a burden to other people. It triggers other people, and so you will lose people if you are true to who you are. If you speak your truth, there's this fear that you will lose people, that people will fall out of your life, because that's what's supposed to happen when you grow, when you step into your light, when you become more light. It creates space for those that are aligned with that, but it does mean that others need to move out of the way. But also, there are aspects of you that have to fall away. So these people or situations or jobs or whatever that you lose or that fall out of your life represent and mirror aspects of you, past versions of you, that can't go where you're going because you're growing and you have big things that are coming. The whole back of my head is tingling right now. But it's a version of you that you can't let go of. That's hard to lose. You're having like an ego death right now, in 3, 4, 5 on my recording. The death card was on the bottom of the deck here. It's what's holding everything up, but you can't see it. You can't tell. You can't tell. There's a part of your ego, which is like lower states of consciousness, things, all the older versions of you that didn't know better or just knew certain things to a certain point. It's like, I don't know everything, but I learn. And once you learn it, that old version of you that didn't know the things still exists out there, and it's still trying to speak to you. It's still trying to protect you. It's still trying to tell you all the things that it knows. It's like a teenager that knows everything. This is like a really important message right now. There is an energy of it's time to act. It's time to act, and it's time to act before you change your mind. It's like, before you change your mind, it's time to just do what you need to do. There's something that you need to move away from, walk away from. Just knowing that you're actually walking towards something. So, you can see that they're both facing away from here. They're both looking out over the water. She's heading towards it. He's waiting for it to come in. She's walking away for something, but she's also walking towards something. She's walking towards the Three of Wands is all about your ship coming and the things that you're manifesting, the things that you're creating. You've sent the desire out there. You're asking for certain things. And so you're also being asked to walk away from other things in order to make space for it. Sometimes there are choices, there's action that you need to create, things that you need to do, things that need to be said in order to make space for the things that you want. You have to walk away from abandoning yourself. You have to walk away from the fear. You have to walk away from things that that old house is going to be shaken. That's the song that I just heard. Something about the foundation. Just walking away from things that were based off of a rocky foundation. So sometimes moving away from it gives it space to become what it's supposed to become. Oh God, I got this pressure in my chest. It's like hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe. There's this fear. But you can see that they're both facing the same way. It's the same goal. Like the death process is a transformative process. So with death comes birth. With death comes life. It's like the cycle is, one cycle is ending, a new one is beginning. And a new one is beginning that you're creating. It's like you're walking away from creating from a place of, subconscious. I'm creating this without even realizing that I'm creating it. And go into a conscious place and saying, I'm creating my situation consciously. You have to speak your truth to be able to create consciously. What is it that you want in your life, in a relationship? Speak it. Just speak it and say, this is what I want, or I don't know what I want, but I just don't, something just doesn't feel right, or I need this damn job, but I hate it, and I want to do something that feels meaningful. I want to get paid to do what I love, and I want to be happy going to work every single day, and I don't know the way, I don't know what else I could do, but I want to be doing something different because this is just so not worth it. Where you are right now, it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth all the heartache? Is it worth the effort that you're putting in? Because the effort that you're putting in is like you're carrying this heavy burden and you're not speaking your truth. You're not able to be truthful. You're not able to be true to you. Whatever situation you're in right now, you are not able to be true to you. This energy of burden, that's what's being processed. That's what's being transmuted right now. You're going through an ego death. A part of you, the part of you that feels like you're a burden. You're not good enough. You're not good enough just as you are. And so you have to pretend to be something else or mold yourself into what others accept or what other people find feels good or whatever. That's the part of you that's dying off. And it is really heavy right now. It's really dense. it's really hard to, it feels like a death right now. Like I feel like 10:10 on my recording. It's the end of a cycle. Just know that it's such a necessary part of the cycle. It's so necessary. But it's also necessary to go through the mourning, the grieving process. There is something calling to you from the other side over here. There's a ship that's like waiting to come in, but it can't until you move towards it by walking away from ways of thinking and people who reflect those ways of thinking, people who reflect 11-11 on my recording. You have a karmic situation in your life that it's time to move away from. They were there to mirror to you that you feel like a burden. $11:33 on my recording. That's all I got. That's all I got. It's still in the process right now. It's still in the process of being transmuted. 11:44 on my recording. Like, what do you want? 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 What do you really want? What do you really want? What do you really want? Gotta say it. Okay? 12:12 on my recording. It's time to rise, but we have to go through the death process first. That part of your ego, it's like you're holding on to that, and it's hard for you to let go of that part of your ego because why? Because it kept you safe, because it's all you've known for so long. That's what I'm seeing, like, it was a really important part of your way of being. I'm not sure. It's coming out. If more of it comes up, I'll be back on here. Talk to you guys soon.